It's the Friday before spring break, and I'm making the trip from Albuquerque to Prescott for the first time. Senior Ditch Day. While all my peers are finding ways to hang out around Albuquerque together, I instead choose the solitary voyage of the road trip. My road trip takes me along I-40, west of Albuquerque to Flagstaff, at which point I turn south on I-17 before finally abandoning the interstate entirely to find Prescott tucked away against the mountains. I eventually make it to Prescott, but there's one stop I'm even more excited about: Winslow, Arizona, 50 miles east of Flagstaff. I'm a fan of the song Take It Easy by the Eagles, which features the lyrics, "Well, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, and such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me." I had read that the town of Winslow built a monument to the song, a statue and a mural called Standin' on the Corner Park. I longed to make the pilgrimage to that corner. When exit 253 pops up, I get off the interstate and pull into the town of Winslow. Winslow is a town that was bolstered by the railroad, but then hindered when the railroad jobs dried up. More importantly, Winslow had blossomed in the glow of Route 66, the pinnacle of that quintessential roadside charm that was now shriveling up and dying thanks to Route 66 being bypassed by I-40. What's left of Winslow, the remains of the town now that the shine is off the Mother Road apple, is gritty, almost bleak. But I love it. I love the gas stations and the meager motels and the ramshackle houses and the lone high school, Winslow High, home of the Bulldogs. I've always liked those small forgotten towns on the map that now exist only to facilitate travel to the bigger cities. I love Winslow for both what it once was and what it is now. And when I find the bronze statue of the man holding the guitar, I stand on the corner right beside him, baptized by the Winslow heat. I visit Standin' on the Corner Park each time I make the trip, but every time I go to the park, I see the neighborhoods in Winslow, full of people trying to cling to their home. I wonder what it's like to live in a place that becomes more and more forgotten with each passing day, and that could disappear at any second. Later, I come across one place in Arizona that the exit sign designated as Twin Arrows. You can't help but stop at a place with a name that evocative. Whatever Twin Arrows was has long since fallen by the wayside. The only building immediately visible in the town limits is the abandoned Twin Arrows Trading Post, a small white stucco building with a hamburger and malt shop attached, and with two large, novelty red and gold arrows sticking out of the weeds. I get out of my car and take pictures of this forgotten temple of Route 66. But as I explore the urban decay, I see a woman get off the interstate at the Twin Arrows exit. She doesn't use the exit as a way to make a U-turn, the exit's only use now, and she doesn't park beside me to look at the trading post either. Instead, she drives down the one tiny road that branches off of the exit, driving into the distance. I can only assume that she actually lives here. I want so badly to follow her, to talk to her and ask her if she really lives here, if anyone really officially lives in Twin Arrows, Arizona. I want nothing more than to look inside her mailbox, to see that mail is actually being sent to Twin Arrows, AZ. There's one more town I remember, no more than 10 miles outside of Flagstaff. I'm driving to Prescott tonight, very low on gas, and unsure that I can make it to Flagstaff, so I stop at the Shell station in Winona, Arizona. I walk up to the convenience store, and the first thing to hit my eyes is the bumper sticker on the front door that says, in bold red letters, "Don't forget Winona." I smile, recognizing it as a line from the classic Route 66 jingle. "You'll see, Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino." But when I stop to think about it, I realize that while the line might have been a quirky way to show town pride on a bumper sticker and boost tourism at one point, it's now a literal cry for help. I look around. The Shell station is the only thing in Winona that I can see. If it closes up shop, Winona might lose its very place on the map. I walk around the convenience store briefly before going back out to the pumps, only to discover that they don't take debit cards, and I'm out of cash. As I drive away from the Shell, I can't help but think about Winona. I love the little idiosyncratic places like Winona, and part of their ambiance is that ghost town feel, being able to look at what once was and imagine the stories for yourself. But when your town manages to capture that ghost town feel, it risks becoming forgotten. And just like the citizens of Winslow, that's the problem the people of Winona face. Both towns know that the only thing that keeps a place alive is other people acknowledging its existence. And though Winona may be joined at the hip of Flagstaff, Winslow is Winona's true brother. Both places are Route 66 towns that once flourished and now only survived thanks to a song lyric. The only thing I can do to help them continue to survive is to always remember these places, to keep standing on that corner as a small but strong contingent of people whispers its plea across the desert. Don't forget Winona.